Well, hello, Toy Collectible fans, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com. One of our nearly last reviews of the Marvel Legends 6-inch figures I've been picking up recently in the last couple of months at DorksideToys.com in their sale for Marvel Legends. Some of them are still on. I think you might be able to get hold of this guy, but definitely check them out. We'll put a link underneath the video to have a look. But he's a rather cool figure, this Fantomex. He comes with a build-apart for Arnim Zola. I think I've actually thrown them out. But I'll give you a look at the Arnim Zola figure on the back of the package. So not really one for me. Cool pick of Fantomex there on the back and on the front and on the back. There he is again in that sequence. I don't know too much about Fantomex overall, but I do know he's in his X-Force uniform there. And one thing to note is his white X-Force belt buckle there, which I'll point out to you in a minute once we get a look at the figure. There's some other bits and pieces there in the wave. Big Time Spider-Man, Madam Mask, Drax, who were reviewed, and some of the other guys in there, which I'm not too keen on them. Arnim Zola, whatever, it just doesn't look too good to me overall. So if you wanted to collect the parts for Arnim Zola, well, you get the right arm in this package here. If you want to build a droid, build a figure. So anyway, on with Fantomex himself. This is a reusing an older figure here. It's an old, I think it's a Toy Biz Wolverine figure because it's the exact same sculpt and detail. You can tell by those little markings on the chest there and some of the kind of veins on the arms there. This was, as I say, Wolverine. So it's just basically been styled up and tweaked and changed, but ultimately it's the same figure. I also recognise that Nick Fury trench coat, that's definitely been reused several times and is being used yet again in the Red Skull Marvel Legends figures that are coming up soon. It is a very nice figure, this overall. The white is superb white. None of that you buy it white and then you get it home and it goes all yellow like some Star Wars Hasbro 212th Battalion Troopers, which we all know about if you collect Star Wars. But this is superb white. It's really beautiful and it stays crispy, crispy white. The blacks are solid too. They're painted on very, very well. There's tons of detail on it. It's kind of hard to see it even though it looks as black kind of flecks of paint. I think it's actually stitching on his head. Let me just have a look. It is almost, yeah, it's almost like tiny stitches on the, can you see that on the stitches there? Same on the jacket there for Nick Fury, stitches around the collar and markings of what was leather. So there's a lot of detail on this figure overall. It doesn't come to be a perfect figure. There are a few small problems, but ultimately it's still a great figure overall. Loads and loads of articulation. There's the point I was talking about. It's now a red belt there, but on the back of the package, it's a white belt. So which is correct? I'm not quite sure. I don't know enough, as I said, about Fantomex overall. Great looking weapons. I've seen these before on some other figures, but I love the detail on them. Lots and lots of ridges and nodules. Very sci-fi looking weapon. Problem is he doesn't hold them too well. You can hold them quite well at that angle, but you'll see that it's kind of, you've got to hold the gun like that, which just looks a bit daft really. You want him to be holding it much more straight with his arms. But to get that angle, you don't have it because the wrists there, you'll see, basically swivel back and forth and not up and down, so it makes it a little bit awkward. Had they been the other way around, that would have made quite a bit of difference to the figure. But look, I love it. I love the cool design of it. I love his belt that he's got on him. If we bring that cape round there, he's got some great working holsters there for that figure, so I love that kind of look on it. It looks great. Even all the detail on the look at that kind of leather-like detail on the shoulder, the holster for his pistols, I should say, and on the buckle too. So again, really good detail. I think Hasbro did an excellent job on this. I believe this is one of the Dave Warner just before he left figures, so no wonder it's a bit of a cracker. And we get some nice little touches down there on the thigh too, on the buckles, and down on the boots. So I love it. A very cool figure with peg-holes too. So all in this guy is pretty mega articulated. He's got a ball-jointed head on a hinge there, so plenty of movement on him, and tons of rotation too. So really quite down there and quite high up too, so plenty of it. Got the ab crunch rocking on. You can also see that he's got the ball joint with a hinge there going on at the shoulder. Bicep swivel, double joints on the elbows, and I believe it's just the swivel, yeah, it's just the swivel wrist there, and that double joint on either hand is different. You've also got the ball joint with a hinge at the tops of the thighs, and you've got the swivel part of the thighs too. You've got double joints, as you can see, on the knees. I don't think the boots are these swivel boots. No, they are not. But you do get the vonkles, which is a bit of a giveaway. So great poses you can have with this guy. Is a little bit limited by the back of that cape, because it does kind of get in the way a little bit. But with such nice detail on it, you do get a good split on the back there to kind of help you pose it a little bit. So a very, very cool figure, I think, and one which not a lot of people seem to be collecting. He seems to be going for very reasonable prices, not only at Dorkside Toys, but on other places too. So I definitely recommend you pick this guy up. Again, there'll be a link directly underneath to buy this where I got it. And if you know a little bit more about Fantomex, have a good comic that he's in that you want to recommend, or a good arc that you think I should pick up, then let me know. I'd love to know a little bit more about him. But that and all the, if you like the video, I should say, or you don't like the video, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. What figures do you want to see reviewed? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And we're on all the usual social channels, which you'll see links underneath too as well. And Instagram, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, all that stuff is there. So all the goodies and all the links you need are underneath the video. And as I said, let us know what you think of Fantomex. If you like this video as well, hit subscribe, and you've got lots of other Marvel Legends and other Marvel and God knows what else. G.I. Joe, you name it, we've got Hot Toys figure reviews coming up for you. That's it. We'll see you for more Marvel figures coming up soon. Cheers.